Hey everyone, Sean here with the Bissell Steam Mop. I've had this thing for about 2.5, 3 years now, and this thing is an absolute game changer. So, I used to just use one of those like, buckets and a mop, sponge mop, and I remember just getting down on my knees and scrubbing out, stains off the wood floors because the mop was just not strong enough to pick it up. So this mop works a little bit differently. It is steam powered, and you have basically these clean pads that you put on the bottom here that are fabric. I just did a bit of mopping, so this one's a bit dirty. As you can see, it gets up a lot of dirt. But you basically, after you're done, you throw this thing in the wash, and then you can reuse it. So they're reusable pads, and you can buy them separately as well, if you use them several times and they're just kind of permanently stained or whatever. But anyways, how this thing works, it's super easy. You plug it in, and at the beginning of the video, I don't know if you noticed, but it was a blinking blue light, and that's basically like the thing is readying. And then you can select from two settings here. So you can put it on pause mode, which if I pull the trigger here, it does nothing. Or I can put it on like the regular steam, or the, I don't know, like the super steam mode or whatever. But anyways, once I do that, you just hold down the trigger and you can hear this thing going. And you can hear the steam coming out of the end. And this thing is amazing. So, I've spilled stuff like, like orange juice, stuff like that on the floor, and it dries up and becomes super sticky. This thing will just knock sticky things off the floor like that in like 3 or 4 passes, no problem. This thing works amazingly. But not only cleaning around the house, this thing is useful for. I actually, and I'll show you this too real quick. So you can hit this eject button here, if I can do it one-handed. And you can actually pull the tip out of here too. So you can actually use this as a handheld steam cleaner as well, like this. And this thing has come in handy not only for cleaning the hardwood floors in my house, but I've also used it to detail really well, like my car, things that get down in like the cup holders, things like that. I remember one time I used it, I had some like mold growing on my windowsills, and this thing just powered right through it. But this vacuum, or not this vacuum, but this steam mop is absolutely awesome. It's a real game changer. I'm so glad I got one. And it's super easy to use. So basically the top here, you basically just fill this with water, if I can show that to you. And I usually throw some some cleaning compound in there as well with it, and it makes the place smell a little better than just steam mopping it, lemon scented or whatever. So anyways, I highly recommend this thing. It is a real game changer. You'll only have to spend probably half to a third as much time mopping as you did prior. And you have the utility of this thing as well. So I highly recommend, and I hope this video helped. Have a good one.